Oh, hello everybody. Awfully sorry for that slight delay. I was flying around with all sorts of different buttons, so I'm glad that you're here joining me now. Welcome to you all. For some new, some who've been traveling in this experience with me in the last couple of weeks. It's a pleasure to have you with me again. Top of the day, nice lunchtime workout. That's going to get that body nice and supple, keep that mobility going. Definitely will, from what I've been reading, helps us sleep. So all that sort of nervous tension going on, you don't realise you're harbouring a little bit of stress, and therefore sometimes people's sleep is getting affected. So Pilates has lots of different ways of actually benefiting the body. So let's go ahead and get started, eh? I want you lying down on the mat. I'm just going to enlarge the screen so I can see you all. Here we go. So let's begin. Sitting up nice and tall, please, with your spine nice and tall, hands underneath your legs. Sitting up beautiful and tall. I want you to raise your arms above as you reach up for me. Lengthen the arms. Go nice and tall through both sides of those waists. And then I want you to C-curve the spine back to hollow out that tummy. Keep those arms shoulder width apart. And then use your abdominals to lift up nice and tall. We're going to do this 4 times, yeah? So we're going to pull back, tilt under that pelvis, right off those sits bones, and then lengthen up again. It's a great way to deal with that lower back, yeah? Coming on back. Pull that navel into your spine, and then lift on up. One more time, guys, and we're going to pause halfway down. So just feel where your spine's at. Pause halfway down, and then roll all the way down. Good job. So bring those legs up to tabletop, team, and I want those toes apart, heels together. With your arms to your sides, press those legs away to a high diagonal, lower a couple of inches, pull back up, and then draw it in. Good job. So we lengthen, we firm up those quads, we extend out those hips, lower down 2 inches, keeping those ribs down, and then pull back in. The great exercise for flattening that tummy, yeah? Lengthen out, lower, and then lift, and then pull back in. It's a good extension for the lower abdominal wall, the front wall here, that rectus muscle, pulling them in, really helping those ribs stay in neutral here. Last one, guys. We're going to hold here for 4 seconds. 3, keep that back flat. 2, 1, and then drawing the knees to tabletop. We're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders off together. I want you to settle in, soften those shoulders a little bit, flatten the tummy, and then come back down. So as your neck and shoulders rounds off, you're trying not to lift them up to your ears any time, because we'll be doing quite a bit of this today. Back down. Puff out the ear, so you get a little more range of motion here. Come back down. It's about articulating that upper thoracic spine, bone by bone as you come, massaging all those bits and pieces. We're going to come up and hold, everybody. Here we go. One leg out, pull it back in. Just the forward, just to feel that isometric hold up here. Really bury those upper ribs down into the floor. 2 more. Shoulder shelf is completely lifted off the floor. And then gently lower the head down. Now notice where the arms are, guys, are right by the hips here. Shoot them forward like you're trying to reach to something. Stay here if you're starting out in Pilates. If you've been at this for a wee while, lengthen your legs. Here's your hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. In for 5 arm beats and exhale deeply. You want to really work on the thrusters of those arms, waking up that entire central nervous system. You're about halfway through, and anytime you can support your head or bend those knees. Here we go. Here's 70 and 80. Using that diaphragm to breathe in and out. 100, 2, 3, 4, 5. I reach those arms up, hold those legs up, hold those legs up. Arms go back and then lay flat like a long pencil. Reaching back, giving yourself a morning stretch. Flex those toes up to the ceiling, guys. Reach the arms above and then a half roll up. Just a quarter roll up for me today. And then back down. So this is the beginning phase. You hoist up that upper thoracic spine in a C shape before you think about rolling up all the way. So here's the full roll up. Exhale the breath as you do it. Reach up. Then curve over, pulling this in as deep as you can, yeah? Curve over. And you can roll all the way down, or if you're not feeling too good about rolling down, you do the halfway roll down, and then you power surge forward. We're going to do 3 more together. So arms are really strong, they're on. You're going to roll down, heels together, guys. Squeeze inwards with your heels as you roll up. 1. You want to always make sure your spine's a little rounded in this whole process. 2 more. 2. Your belly button's trying to go behind you as you reach forward. Settle those shoulders down beautifully. And 3. Nose to knees if you can. Lift the ribs up underneath and then gently make your way down. We've got leg circles next. So as you lay down the lower back, middle back, upper back, think about putting your hands flat to the floor. I want to make sure you guys can see me here. Right, so lift your leg up high. You want to slightly turn this out with a pointed toe. The bottom leg can be based if you feel like you can't, keep your hips still. So we circle, good old classic Pilates move, the leg circles. Super for toning the front of the legs. And the circle size is entirely up to you. The weight, the range, and the turnout's up to you. We've got 4 more here, guys. 3 with the ribs down, right? The shoulders are soft. You're stretching out that opposite supporting leg if you can. 2 and 1. Now take a stretch here or carry on, but go the other way, which is my favorite way. You get to tap into that inner thigh a little more by trying to get the thigh to lift you up as well. 3 more left, team. I want to have that collarbone rested nice and neutral across your chest. You should be able to feel with your hands whether or not your shoulders are moving around or not. 1 more. And there comes that nice little knee into the chest. So before we change, I want you to stretch up the leg 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then stretch that foot out. Start to flex the toes, then we transfer the weight to this side now. Now, underneath your back, your lumbar may be lifting a little bit. That's natural. That's okay to have your natural spine like that. This leg turns out. 6 circles towards me, guys. 6 and 5. You probably notice the breath actually really helping your concentration and being able to work with those muscles, activating as well, especially through this holding of your center here, right? 5, palms down flat, and 6. Take the other way on. 6. Whip it back up to the top with a lot more energy. There's a big full stop at the top. 2 more. And last one. Good job. Tuck both those knees into the chest. After a little stretch, right? After a little stretch. Okay, so rolling like a ball. Let's lift up the head, neck, and shoulders between the diamond shape of your legs. Flare the elbows wide. And just start to rock about 6 times before you sort of whoosh yourself up to a seated position. Look straight down to your tummy. Roll back to about the bra strap area. Elbows wide. Nod the nose down and fan out that back a little more. Feel the neck is long. Roll back. Come up to dance. This will get better as time goes along. But here's the thing. Your central nervous system runs down your spinal column. If you massage that out and stimulate it, gets rid of all that nervous tension in the body, helps you sleep well. Take it back. Exhale out. Let's do 2 more together. Last one up. And then land the feet for me. Toes stay lifted. I want you to reach up with a very tall spine. Reaching high, reaching high, reaching high. We're going to come back to a partial roll back together. Now I'm just going to go on an angle a little bit. I want you to open your arms wide. Stay here. Back to center and then lift up. So your whole torso is doing this flexion with this huge pelvic tilt. Arms out here are a crazy little challenge. And then you use your core to lift your body up. Try not to let the arms be the momentum here. Tip under. And then we lift up. It's a nice opportunity to find some rhythm with your breathing. Cleansing it in. Purging it out. One more time. Toes are lifted so you can Get some action underneath your legs and then lift. Good job. We're going to roll all the way back down, ready for some abdominal series. So I'm going to move my mat a little bit so you guys can see. Tuck in that right knee to your chest, friends. Tuck it in right here. Really bring that right hand right down to your right ankle. Hold the head lift in that isometric hold. This is where you get strong fast. And then switch the sides, nose to knee. That leg's like a piston driving straight towards those shoulder points to keep everything in alignment. Please bend the knees if that's already something a little bit icky for you, okay? Belly button's pressing down, driving it in, reaching towards the outer ankle, so one arm's always strong. 4 more, and 3, 2, 1. Knees together, toes together, and then down, down, down. Curl up once more. I want you to just do the arms this time. We reach away with the head staying lifted, and then we circle around wide. So we feel like nothing really changes in that shoulder girdle, just the arm bones moving in the shoulder joint. So maintaining this endurance here. Let's add the legs for a little bit of flavor. Reach away, circle around and hug yourself in. Now if you need that lower back stretch, that's great. A little harder cue here is to stay directly into that L shape with your legs. We're going to go back 3 more times. 1 hold, 2 hold. Again, flatten those abs. You don't want that back lifting underneath, so ribs down for me. Last one, you're doing good. Hold, and then circle slowly around for maybe a cuddle. Place your head down for me and then reach the legs up. Both hands are going to beat up tight to that right ankle of yours and just pull it back and feel yourself where you can go. The knee needs to bend, that's fine. But reach up and then look straight down to your tummy. Double pull switch, double pull switch, double pull switch, double pull switch. A little extra playfulness, you can do 1, 2. 1, 2 on the 3, you can helicopter the legs around. 1, 2, 1, 2, helicopter the legs around. 1, 2, 1, 2, helicopter the legs around. 1, 2. Go for it. I'm just going to carry on. Come on, raise those arms really high, guys. Lift the nose down to your tummy. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Put the head down with your hands behind your head. And it's right down there with the elbows, so your ribs really want to lift off, but just kind of mush them into the floor a little bit. Because when the legs move away, you want to really grip and grab through here, but pull up the speed. So slowly lower and then pull up the speed, okay? Lengthen, then pull up. Dive the toes down if this is something that you're feeling really achy in your lower back. I just want to start out gently for the front of your abs, not working the lower back as much, okay? So you can add that little knee bend in if you need. 2 more, guys. Abdominal series, 90% done. Going for the long one here. You're going to hold down here for 4 seconds with me. Yes, hold there. Squeeze the heels together. 3. Hold a little lower if you want to. 2. Keep the ribs down. 1. Pull up quick. Hands still stay behind your heads. Nod the nose straight down so you're looking towards the gap in your legs. Keep looking down. Rotate towards me. Bring this knee into your chest as much as you can with your armpit coming to knee. And then crisscross. Rotating from side to side, rinsing out those lungs, twisting big time. Definitely great for those beautiful hourglass-shaped bodies. Come on, let's get that body nice and strong. 6 more here, and 5, and 4, and 3, 2. Last 1. Put your feet down. Immediately restore this by driving those hips up very high. You're going to walk those ankles under your knees. Make this nice and flush through here. Take a moment to let the diaphragm just settle your body a little bit. Practice your articulation twice by coming down vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. It's actually a really good massage for your internal organs as well. I always imagine it putting it back into the right place and then lowering down again. That's working the transversus muscles big time. Stretch out your legs for a transition. We're rolling up together. Start with arms above this time. Try your best with heels together down below. Rolling on up. Exhale. Guide the head between the arms, guys. And then lifting up. Keeping your posture really strong. We have in this one here your legs slightly apart. We come onto our sits bones. We lift up through the waist and we keep the upper and the lower ribs from just floating. This is a very straight spine from here to here. The upper body is going to do a gorgeous curl. Pressing the knees down, the back of the hamstrings. Really get that back bending without drifting too far forward. And then lift. Try again, guys. It's a good postural strength into this one. And then lift. One more time. You're still trying to lift up through the waist. You're still trying to be a little candy cane shape through your whole body, guys. And then lift, lift, lift. So if you found rolling like a ball, this one here earlier on, a little too, making a little noise on the mat, practice that or do half roll downs for this next exercise. So practice rolling like a ball again or the half roll down. For you more adventurous types, put your hands on top of your shins. Lift the leg up to a high V shape. Straighten your arms and lift yourself out. Maybe bend the knees if you need. Look down for me and then do that spine stretch to help you roll away. Breathe out. And then lift. Nice. Get down again for me. And lift. This is working a lot more of your posterior chain here. Not down and go. Every rep in Pilates is always counting, you know? Everything works. Try one more for me. Remember your option is to go back into that deep flexion and then back on up. Way better than you call than 100 little sit-ups all day long. Let's together roll down onto your mat. Legs back up into the air. Use every transition as a moment to work. And legs up. So the corkscrew is really just trying to get those legs off center because not everything comes at your head on in life. And things in your core needs to be able to navigate things being off center and grabbing and supporting you, pushing, pulling. Huge hula hoop circles if you're good at this. And by the way, I mean strong good. You're trying to check the fact that your shoulders are not moving here. Now for my more advanced students, you can actually add a bit of a reverse curl and move, so it's more organic. And then you come down on the left side, over and up on the right side, then back down as you pivot the hips around on the right side. So left side up, left side down. You try. Right side up, right side down. Left side up. We said Pilates wasn't fun. Right side down. Or carry on being quite static on the ground, keeping everything in control, circling around, building up that heat in your hips. I know you're probably yelling at me now. One more circle, guys. And pull those knees in for a little bit of relaxation. Transition time. Elbows bend, come up onto your elbows. Now this is where we get that nice stretch across the chest and shoulders. I really want you to hinge out of your lower back by way of straightening it out, locking this front core in. Now lift these legs out to a high diagonal, lower lift, and then pull back in. We often do these with balls between the legs or a magic circle. So it's keeping the upper posture beautiful and held. Use your elbow points directly under your shoulders to help with that support for you. It's all being put into this front abdominal wall here. Another great body hack to help flatten the core. The neck on both sides should be like a pillar, so your neck should not be dropping down here, nor should it be hinging up there. It's a nice long neck. Same with the waistline. One more team. Out, lower, lift, and then pull back in. You can stay facing the same way. I'm just going to turn to face you for a bit. As I've been saying in the saw, you can put a cushion under your bottom or roll up a jersey or what have you, if you feel like the hamstrings don't like to be settled here. So if we sit up nice and tall together, arms out wide, we're going to twist to one side. There's my plant again. Twist to one side and then saw up towards your ankle on the outer ankle or little toe. 1, 2, 3. And then as you rise up, you're trying to grow taller and taller. 2, 3. If you get a little achy lower back, this is a really good remedy for this one. Allow the head to naturally go where you're looking and use your breath to soften the relaxating stretch. 2, 3, and then lift. Nice, guys. 1, 2, 3, and then lift. Breathe that good stuff in. 1, 2, 3. Someone told me this is like a big kidney massage when you do all this. 2, 3, and then rotate. Last one here to the right. 1, 2, 3, and then legs. And there you go. Very good. What I'd like to now do with you guys is something that I call the tiger curl. What you can do here is pop yourself into hands and knees. We're going to find your best looking downward facing dog. My foot's probably going to disappear. Tiger curls are a full body contemporary exercise. Find your knees off with your toes dug in. So you're really doing a floating tabletop here to really stimulate the front core. And then poke the booty right on up high, so you're in a high V, and then drop the heels down. With your hands pushing in, raise one leg up, and I'm going to flex my spine as I come forward. I'm going to round my spine. Notice my shins, they're both hovering and coming as far forward as I can, and then push back up nice and high. So your integration is back, front, and sides of your body, navigating its way through this space here. Short, strong shoulder girdle. Good extension. Now flex everything, guys. Round, round. So you're pulling up under here, pull up under there, and you push it on up. We're doing 2 more. A bit like zoo training. Absorbing muscles in the front of the legs. Last one. And then big high kick up, guys. Feel those glutes come on strong right there. Take the leg down wide. Reset everything shoulder width apart. You can shake out your hands, take a little break, but we're going back for more. Let's do 5 the other side. Tabletop float. Make sure you feel the heat on the core work. It's got you. Push the heels down. I need your head to stay between your arms. Up swings the leg. Now round everything towards the front. Round everything in reverse. Finish with everything in extension. Round, 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 round. And extension. Now find something to modify with. It could very much just be loading the arms a little more forward here and then coming back up for a leg bend here. So find that way that works for you. Here's number 5. Woo. And then leg down, come back into a child's pose. Just to release the arms from the child's pose, you may want to put them in the small of your back, forehead down, and let the arms hang about. I kind of say this is like the decider time, how you want the rest of your class to be. Am I going to really listen to all the tired muscles? Am I going to be determined and really work everything today? Beautiful. Without using your arms, come on up to your knees, arms straight in front of you. So for the hinge, it really is a thigh stretch as well, but integrating still, just from a different position. Arms straight in front for you guys. You're going to hinge back. Good stretch on the top of the foot too, yeah? And then up. Your shoulders tend to be too far rounded. Cossack your arms or push knuckles to knuckles together. I find this one a really good one. You can go back. Still trying to grow taller as you come up, yeah? You folks out there feeling strong and adventurous again, as I always say, you can add it into your hinge. You can rotate right, then left. Lifting up. Very good exercise to key into your pelvic floor muscles as well. Let's do one more. Hinging back, perhaps go to the other side first. The other side. Whew. And come back up to a high arm plank. Any wrist issues come down onto your forearms, yeah? So we're up into a high arm plank. And for today, I really just want you to do 10 leg lifts. So onto your forearms. If your wrists are annoying you already, roll the creases of your elbows towards the front of your mat. You're going to let those toes find the mat, bring up a long leg lever. It's coming actually from the front of your body, your hips. This is extension from the hips, flexor. Forehead forward. You got 4 more. Beautiful. 3. Time under tension. We've got this. And lower down towards your knees and towards your tummy. Guys, today we're going to do a single arm reach again. So with your forehead down, you want to ensure the throat and the face has got some space. Make sure the hip bones have got that nestled into the mat. Your feet are slightly apart. Release your toes. I want you to use your own back lifting. And as you slip one arm to the front, it's about lengthening as well, more than the lift. Come down. Breath in and lift. And then lower down. That way I can travel not just across the middle of the back, but it sneaks in the side for you as well. Underneath, you've got to do a very subtle internal cue about the belly button being pulled up gently. 2 more. Lift. And then lower down. Nice. Land your cheek towards me and your hands come in the small of your back. Hold 2 fingers to make it easier. Elbows start wide. We've got 3 kicks. Watch what happens after number 3. We come up to a big center stretch and we land the head the other way. 1, 2, 3. Lift everything off, guys. Way past your bum. And 1, 2, 3. Heels back to your bottom. Other cheek lands. 1, 2, 3. We've got 2 more. If this is too much, just come up to an airplane stretch. Yeah? Even if you have to release your hands, that's fine. 1 more, you guys, the other way. 1, 2, 3. Up and lift. Let's bring our arms around to the front. Bridge your fingers on the mat. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Come down. Beautiful long limbs. Come back into your breath work, guys. And then lower down. Now I'm going to get you to stay there just for a little longer and try the faster one. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to set the legs up off the mat first, and they're going to come in quite narrow. So wriggle your legs in a bit narrower. Same with the arms. You're going to start small at first. Your body will naturally kind of know your alternates. Don't overthink it. But then get a bit bigger when you're ready. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cat and cow, straight into the hands and knees. Puff out that back. Tilt the pelvis under and then release. Doesn't have to be an overextension, just to neutral. Puff out that back. I want you to imagine every bit of flesh between those vertebrae popping out towards the ceiling. 1 more time. All right, folks, here's a little brain training for us. Once you put out a leg here, get all this business under here nicely recruited and sorted. Just feel strong and held. Float this other arm out without the body knowing about it, really. And try and circle your arm and your leg in the same direction 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go and circle the other way. Have you got someone to take witness? Yes, guys, this is cross-current training for the mind. Really healthy balance action for the body and the mind together. So choose to set yourself up, that foundation on the other side. It could be just an arm and leg for you right now if you're figuring this out. But lift up the rest of you guys. 5 one way. 4, 3, 2, 1. See, not only are we doing that coordination styles, we've got everything underneath the anterior chain fired up and really strong as well. One more. And then shake out those wrists. Well done. We're going to come over onto our backs. I love a good shoulder bridge exercise because that posterior chain has got lots of good dominant stabilizers, and we need to strengthen that up, and it just happens to look really good when you're toned. Down. So with here, flat feet directly under your knees and arms planted down like railway lines. Let the bridge of your neck be quite natural here, so lift the chin up a bit, push down through your heels particularly, and then really hoist up that pelvis as high as it can go without letting the tummy pop open. So keep the ribs in line. Transfer your body weight really slowly to one side and then to the other side. And just check to see what happens in your pelvis today. There's just a minuscule amount of change. Let's be really brave and swing that leg right up high. Push it up and keep that right there. You're going to lower that leg down slowly. 1, 2, 3, lift quick. 5 is the magic number. Really reach and stretch that leg away, coming back quite vigorously without shoving all the body weight or the movement back into the torso here. One more. Lift up. Come down fully if you need a reset complete. Otherwise, pause and hold. Really center your whole body weight position here, distributing even sides on those all 4 corners of your feet. And then again, with that big exaggerated focus, you lift, engage, and reach through the back of the heel. Whip it up quickly. That's good. 4 more. 3. Keep pushing up on this left hip, guys. 2. Like the shakes. 1. And then down. Nice and slow. Now, we've been priming up the body for some huge flexion. Have a look at this. When we position our legs out at a 45 degree, we are still working, right? But we're going to swing the legs right over ourselves. I'm going to use my elbow points, not my wrists, to help me. Breathe out over as you do it. Scoop in the core. And then lower down. Yes. Now, I'm going to change sides because I don't want to crash into my plant. So for you those at home know your rollovers, you're going to do lots of good breath work, okay? You're going to keep those legs straight. If you're not too flat at them and your back's a little bit stiff, that's completely normal. You're doing, unfortunately, about 20 of these reverse curls. Or, as I say to my class, stand up against a wall and you're going to peel down and roll down, touch your toes, and use your flexion of your spine to come back up again. So guys, here's the thing. We can add in some leverage work. The jackknife is just about trying to lift those legs up to the sky. Tuck that tail between your legs. Lower down, trying not to move any of this. And then you roll yourself down. So there's always something you can sprinkle in to make it a little bit harder as you get stronger, yeah? So for the rest of you, heels are squeezed together here. Really important that you do that. Coming up as best you can. I need most of you at home to support your back if it's a little bit hesitant here. For those practicing Pilates, get those toes down if you can. You can even come down wide. There's lots of ways you can kind of play at home here. No one's looking. You're not in a class with any pressure here right now. Or let's do the jackknife. Over. Don't move the ribs, but let the front of those hips extend the legs upwards. So this is actually extension again for the hips. Tuck the tail under. Lower the legs down with control and then come down. Rest your legs down, hips back up. Just a little opening here. Proud of you. Roll down. All right. Let's do some toning for those legs. I'd like you guys to sit as best as possible with your 2 knee points in line with your mat. So that's in the front here. And what you want to do is have your left hand on top of your right foot. So when you've got your arm off to the side, you can kind of lean over a little bit. This leg's going to pick up, but it's going to kind of drive back. So when you look down at your knee, it's behind your body. You're going to start pulsing. I'll show you on the side. You're going to start pulsing. Going to work that. All right. So it's a calisthenic exercise, contemporary Pilates. We're correcting our posture, trying to bring everything still back to center. And the knee needs to definitely stay behind our body. This is working this nice area here. We call the glute med. Pulse it like crazy. Keep the knee off the floor. Please lean onto your forearm if you find it a little bit too OTT with your shoulder or your arms too short. Come on up. All right, you've got about 8 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there, guys. Lengthen that leg. Now, some of you might not think it's not even going to get off the floor, Sarah. That's fine. That's when you go to your forearm, okay? Rest of you guys are trying to lengthen these arms up as best you can. This knee here is rolled forward. That line in your pants faces the ceiling. Pulse that leg up. We've got a gentle pelvic floor. Ribs are swung to the front. Shoulders are soft, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You're going to keep that leg up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Check it out. Up we come. Up we come. Hand behind the head. Right. This is where we do the double swing and then back. We've just walked right into the kneeling series. 5 of everything. 3, double kick. Swing the leg back. 2, 1. Ups and downs, guys. We point to lift, yeah? Flex to lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. It's heating up now. Circles forward. 5, 4, 3. It's impossible to do big ones, isn't it? And the other way. And 5, 4. Come on, Viv, you can do it. 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg. Turn that whole foot around like a rotisserie and then to neutral again. Turn it around and then to neutral. One more. Turn it around. Ay, ay, ay. This is what's going to give it a little bit of a rehab. It's actually sitting into side 2 position. Knee points to the front. Right hand on left foot. Hand to the floor. Straight into it. All right, you're stronger in here. And you keep the breath and you're centered on just the sensations and moving with it and agreeing with it and saying yes to it and following it through, being observant in your body. Trying to let everything be soft at the same time as powerful. Little back leg kicks with the heel of your foot. Walking your mind's eye through your body, giving little gentle lifts and cues for yourself from the pelvic floors all the way internally, all the way up. Long legs here. Up, up, up. Now, what was that option? I love this option, but I know this is going to work just a teeny bit harder if I'm up here without collapsing my arm. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold that leg up, guys. Use your bottom leg to swing yourself up. Load your body weight over your arms. And we swing this leg to the front. Kick, kick, and then back. Kick, kick, back. Now, it's all about trying to keep this structure here really stable. And you can probably see in a mirror or reflection, if you can on your TV, that your ribs aren't popping or moving around, okay? Popping is just opening. Tuck them in. One more. Go with the lifts with the point of foot, then flex down. Because you want that inner thigh underneath on the way down to stretch as well. Point and flex. Things are shaky, but we're getting strong and resilient. Circles forward. 5, 4, 3. Did I mention that you could do this still on the floor? No? You're going to hate me now, aren't you? 5 the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well, I'm puffing, but we've got a little bit more to go. I promised you a top to toe workout. It's going to keep us conditioned and strong. So let's continue on with more core training. This is where we're going to start to play around with these big, wonderful teasers you may see in pictures about Pilates. You know, you can come rolling up to this position. But I love to start really getting the foundation right first by walking the tree. Leg is struck out at 45. Hand over hand, you're going to come deep into the well. Your entire pelvis is scooped under, not the nose down. You're going to bury that belly in and then lift up Nice and tall with a practice reach. Hands on. Come up. Practice reach. It's tough holding that leg there, yeah? Hold down. And then lift. And it's taking time to do all the stuff that looks hard, looks boring, but internally it is very strong work. Walk the hands down the legs. Create that hollowing of your tummy, deflate the lungs. Then breathe in on the way up, guys. Remember your practice reach. Whether you're strong or beginner or advanced, this is still really great training. Practice reach. I'm nowhere near as good as Tessa. Roll down. I'm still practicing. And after 2 decades. And then lift. Boom. Beautiful. Those hips are probably fried up a little bit. I'd love for you guys to face back towards me here for our mermaids. Open up those arms wide. If you get good at these, you can actually really come in quite tight, a nice little quiet sit just on one butt cheek. Otherwise, spread it out a little bit, or please put your legs straight out in front of you because we're just going to side bend and your hips may not be agreeable. So I'll meet you somewhere in between. This is beautiful, soft stretch, but you're really deep. We side bend over towards the left. We use our body on the right side to pull us over and contract it down. I always imagine doing diaphragmatic training with my breath work in this one, like an accordion. So when you breathe out, everything expands. When you exhale, you pull everything in the waist. So really purge the air, breathe it in, hear yourself huff and puff a bit, but deeply in with control. Other side. Let's breathe in, guys. Nice, and then exhale. Now find your center, find your spine right in the middle, like a central tent pole. And then we're going to turn the legs out from underneath us without moving. Ish. All right, let's land right side. Remember, this hip is pushing down, actively pushing down here. We rise everything up and then over. I'm going to layer in your thinking cues here. I don't want you to feel like your hips are trying to pull you up. Try and let your framework of your ribs, your rib cage placement, your diaphragm, and your muscles grabbing you from your center, right around your spine from your center. So don't be pulling up with the hips here. Over. You know what? The sun is shining. Just enjoy it however you like. And then over. This time, just let this linger a little longer. That's what every good stretch should do. 3, 2, 1, and release. Guys, I want you to find your favorite push-up position. Hands wide for chest, hands narrow if you want to do triceps. Now, knees is something I'm going to stay on today because I'm going to roll forward of my knees so my thigh is outstretched and this is long underneath. I'm marching my hands a little wider than the mat to finish today. I might mix and match and jump up on my toes, but let's do 8 push-ups. Let's see if we can do it. We're going to come out of this lockdown nice and strong. I'll do 1 of each. Ready? Come with me and let's go. 8 and 7, 6 and 5. Keep that heart between your thumbs. 4, 3. Keep pushing those heels back if you're doing those ones. 2. Last one here, guys. 1. And then we'll come onto your knees, child's pose. Beautiful. Well, I'm going to call that a workout. There's some new movements we did in there, some big body work there, especially with the tiger curls that we did. So thanks for joining me. Sorry for being a little bit late today. We've got a wonderful Anzac weekend this weekend, don't we? I will see you Thursday, hopefully also Saturday. Great to be here to work out with you. Going to put these guys on. Thank you for joining me. Leave some comments. Be great to hear what you think. Bye.